One sure way to avoid headache, trouble, and catastrophe in your life is to avoid making foolish mistakes. Avoid going down the path that others have gone and failed and hoping that yours will be different. And listen to those who have already succeeded in whatever endeavor that you are going to try. You have to also take a constant inventory of your life. I've talked about this before. Businesses take inventory on a regular basis, monthly basis, weekly basis, semi-annual basis. They do it for a reason. You got to see how many products you have left, how many have sold, which ones are selling, which ones are not selling. And you got to do the same thing with your life. Take an inventory of your life. Look at yourself. How old are you? Are you living the life you want? Are you with the person that you want to be? Is it worth being with the person you want to be at the cost? Not just financial, but emotional cost, which is a lot heavier than financial. Are you at the job that you want to be? Do you need all the things that you have surrounded and more accurately saddled yourself with? Do you need really all these? Are they bringing you joy? Do you need to be spending money on the things that you're spending on when you know that you don't have money left to spend on the things that you really want? That's called taking an inventory of your life. You have to constantly take an inventory of your life as often as it's needed. If you're somebody who's not as organized, you know yourself. Take an inventory every week, every month, every 6 months, every 3 months. If you're more organized, then take the inventory less often, but take an inventory of your life. An inventory is from A to Z. Look at your life. Ask yourself, how old am I? How much real time I have left? By real time, I mean most people die around their 80s. Ask yourself, how much time do I have left? It's not just being alive, it's the quality of life. If you're old and out of energy and you can't really walk half a mile without having to sit down and breathe heavy, is that really the same quality of life that you have when you're 30? So make your decisions accordingly. If you take care of yourself, barring any congenital issues, you're going to have a healthier and better and more energized life. I'm not going to start going down the path of alcohol and drugs because we all know how complicated that is, but I am going to tell you this. I know for a lot of you it's hard to hear, but it's going to be difficult, but I'm going to say it. Not drinking alcohol or drinking very little, preferably not at all, is going to make your life so much better. It's going to make you feel so much better. It's going to give you such a head start in life. And I don't even have to even bring up cigarettes and drugs and things like that. I walk down the street and I see in all countries of the world, I see druggies on the street, literally. And a man told me something a long time ago that never left my mind. He said, it all starts with the cigarette when you're young. They say, hey, let's go out. When you're a kid, it makes you look cool. It makes you look older. It makes you look like, you're cool. You go out and you smoke with friends, and that nicotine gets you addicted, and then it's very difficult. Cigarette is one of the most difficult things to kick the habit off, because it's not only the nicotine habit, but it's also the habit of doing something with your hands. Anyways, all these unnecessary habits that not only are expensive and harmful to your body, but it's things that you don't need. There was a line in the movie I saw once. The movie was called, it was a black comedy. It was called You Kill Me. You might want to look it up. It's a very interesting movie with a very competent actor called Ben Kingsley. And in that movie, he's a hired killer that has an alcohol problem, and he gets sent to some city in the U.S. on the West Coast to kick the habit, and he has a mentor, and the mentor there, while they're sitting at a coffee shop, tells him a line that is very useful. I'm going to share with you, and that line is, "Hey, listen, you won't be giving up anything that you really need," and I want you to think about that. Give up all the things that you don't need, that are harming you. Now that can be a bad job, that can be a bad relationship, that can be a bad habit. You know what it is. You know yourself. You're not a kid. You know what habits you have that are harming you, that are keeping you back from where you really want to be in life, keeping you back from enjoying the real life. Once you free yourself of these bad habits, including alcohol, drugs, including spending money on things that you don't need, that you've saddled yourself with, and having money to spend on the things that you really want, including dropping the lifestyle that is holding you back, replacing it with the lifestyle that you really want to live, without a molecule of thought to what others think. If you're in a situation, listen, if you're in a situation where where you actually care about what others think regarding what you live, what you wear, what you do, what you say, then you got a lot of work to do. The good news is you can change. You can change very rapidly by waking up one morning and deciding, I do not give a rat's behind what others think. I'm going to live the life I want because it's my life and I have one to go around. When you reach that point, and you can't lie to yourself, and I've talked about this before, when you reach that point in life when you truly, the operating word here is truly, don't care what others think. When you adopt that boldness with a straight back, shoulders up, heads up, full confidence, do whatever you want without a shred of thought about what others think, you will have put a turbocharger in getting to where you want to go in life. But you can't fake it. You have to truly believe it and act it. The good news is, once you do, the confidence that it gives you will build on itself, and actually it will make you stronger every day. By taking the first action, by making the first move that you wouldn't have done before, but now you do it because you don't care what others think, that builds on itself, like learning something, like being very good at something, and the confidence that gives you. You all are good at something that you're good at, and you can do it with your eyes closed without thinking. And that confidence, that same confidence, will increase, will permeate other aspects of your life. And just imagine the kind of life you're going to have when you have that level of confidence that comes from not caring what others think. Now this stops at a point where it hurts others. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about limitations that you place on yourself for no reason at all. For the things that you want to do because you're worried, what will others say? What will others think? Well, don't care. All the best. Signing out from Amsterdam, Netherlands, where summer feels like winter. Till I see you again.